Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, family. Certainly, you all have, hopefully, some of you for sure, have been keeping up with my back-to-back coverage that I have been doing specifically on the Black farmers. Of course, I was exposing a lot of stuff in the last 2-3 years related to how the Democrat Party was disrespecting the Black Farmers Association and all of their tens of thousands of members by refusing to cut the check that they were due after they won a very long, multi-decade long legal battle, right? And so because they have always given such strong support and they have such a large organization, they've always, I shouldn't say always, but they have typically given ostensibly a lot of support to the Democrat Party. And because it was the Democrat Party that refused to cut the check, which they had the power to do, the president, Mr. John Boyd, for example, went public to make the Democrats know we're going to work with the other side if you guys don't cut our check. And of course, right before the election, guess what the Democrats did? They cut them a check, even though they're due way more. Well, I've been discussing since then some of the shenanigans that Donald Trump has been putting the Black farmers through, and how quietly he was giving big money to just the white farmers. Not only was he dealing with weird shenanigans related to white Boer farmers from South Africa, but he was giving preferential treatment to the white farmers here. So I was giving you all back-to-back coverage even a few months ago. I think it's recently. I did a couple of broadcasts on that too. So I continue to discuss this, right? Well, I want you to watch this brief clip where Mr. John Boyd, the president of the Black Farmers Association, made some comments on CNN about the president in this tariff war. Watch this.
John, thank you so much for being with us. So how is this $12 billion bailout potentially going to help you?
Well, first, I want to comment on the president. He said something about all this happened on the Biden administration, which is totally false. Agriculture in this country has been in a complete turbulence and turmoil in this country since the president got elected. He didn't talk about farm suicides, farm bankruptcies, farm foreclosures, are all up under his watch. And I want to remind the president that we're in the position that we're in such a bad, devastated position in this country because of his tariffs. So I wanted to clean that up from just listening to his comments. And what the president's been talking about is something he talked about back in October. This isn't something new. It's just something that the farmers have not received. And I just done a little reading on this, and it said this proposed $12 billion will not reach farmers until February. And we need the aid now. We was promised the aid back in October. He said he couldn't do it because the government was shut down and all of these things. He had a meeting today with farmers at the National Black Farmers Association with 150,000 members, wasn't even invited to, and we're farmers too.
Now, what did I tell y'all when it was recently revealed that the reason why some of the white farmers still voted for Trump, even though Trump promised a tariff war, which means that it was going to directly affect their industry? Remember, I showed y'all the clip of that whistleblower that said that Trump gave them billions of dollars before when he was in office before. Or I forget the exact sum, but previously he had given them money before, and that the white farmers was expecting Trump to do the same thing this time, which is why they were willing to risk voting for him again. And remember, I played you a clip where that white farmer, a female, she said that when the white farmers go out there and say that they were lied to, she said, no, they weren't lied to. She said, Trump told them the truth. She said they were just willing to take the risk because of what Trump did for them before. And now they all get nervous. What didn't I tell y'all before? This is exactly what they were doing. Trump was just fooling with the white farmers. And here you hear out of Mr. John Boyd's own mouth that they were from the negotiating table from this most recent talk about the $12 billion bailout for the crop farmers, which is less than what they're really supposed to be getting even this time around. Now, I have also given you all the history, some of the history of the battle and the disrespect of black farmers at the hands of the United States government, the federal government, and white farmers that had everything to do with the persecution of black farmers. Of course, we are and were agrarians, geniuses, genius agriculturists, herbalists, farmers. Obviously, because that's why they came, that's why they got us to do the work, because white people can do it. I always said that about foundational Black Americans. I always said that about the Black grassroots, and I'm a pioneer on this topic in these spaces. I can't wait to see what y'all have to say about it, but none of us should think this to be strange. And I find it curious that it's Mr. John Boyd that seemingly in recent history, especially since Trump, he seems like he's been the voice for both Black and white farmers. Where the hell are the white farmers at? Let them speak for themselves. Because they showed not getting out there. You know why? Because they went public in support of Trump. But behind the scenes, I would surmise that they feel real comfortable talking to these Black men, the Black farmers. Because quote unquote, we all in it together. But I need to start seeing some more white farmers come out and dog Trump. I don't want to see no clips of white farmers in church praying to their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and Trump. I said chump. That's a Freudian slip. Show them grace. No, let them do their own battling. Let them come out and battle for y'all. Where these white farmers at vocally demanding that the Black farmers get their billions and billions of dollars that they're due. No, some of the white farmers were jealous and they start suing because the Black farmers were winning their lawsuits. Yes, that's real. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. I can't wait to see what you have to say about it. Be sure to comment below. Also, family, be sure to subscribe to VickiDillard.tv and also check out a lot of my products and services on my website at VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKI Planet.com. I can't wait to see you again.